Welcome back to the Danny Harton Show. Today, on this week's episode, we have a special guest named Tyler Skye in the building today. How are you doing, Tyler?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for asking me.
Glad we get to finally do it.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks and figured out
Yeah.
scheduling, so this is cool.
Yes, sir. So tell the audience like what you do.
I am a music producer, mix engineer, and sometimes I play live, and then part-time soccer coach and player as well. So staying busy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So how did you get into like the music world, like originally?
My dad just showed up one day, and he was selling wood, and a guy who made guitars. Was like, "Hey, can I buy this wood?" And my dad was like, "Hey, I'll give you a discount if you make some guitars for my two sons. I have an older brother." Um, so we had like two guitars, like a Strat and a Tele, laying around for a couple years before we even like really touched them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then my dad was like, to get us into playing, he was like, "Hey, I signed you up for this thing called the School of Rock. If you don't know what that is, that's it's like an after-school extracurricular kind of thing where you go to this place where you take lessons, but you also rehearse for like a live show. So you could be like in the Beatles show or in the Metallica show or in the '90s rock show, and then you'll like take lessons, but also learn songs and perform." So we just got thrown into that, and through that, I was just playing guitar, doing live stuff mainly, and then my guitar teacher, a couple years after that, got me into recording, and then here I am.
Nice. So did you grow up in Tennessee or?
I grew up in New Jersey.
Okay.
Went to
Nice.
school. Went to school in New Jersey. Went to the School of Rock in Delaware, which I was in South Jersey, so it's just right over the bridge. But yeah,
Nice. Cool. So when did you come down here?
I moved here a little over 2 years ago, like 2 years and 2 months ago, basically. Just through crazy series of events, and after the whole COVID thing, it was like I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know where to go or like what to do, and I had some mentors that were like, "Go to LA or Nashville." Didn't know how to do that, and then I met Sean Power, who I'm at. This is where my studio is at. His studio called the Hilson Studio in Nashville. I just saw him on a YouTube video, and I wrote an email, and then he responded back with,
Mm-hmm.
or I sent an email to him, and he was like, I was like, "Hey, I'm looking to move to Nashville. Can I come hang out at your studio if I ever make it out there?" And he was like, "Yeah, man. By any chance, do you need a place to live?" And I was like, "Oh my god, yeah." So I like drove here 2 weeks later, met him. Everything was amazing, better than I wasn't even expecting. Then I flew home, left my car here, got all my stuff with my parents,
Mm-hmm.
moved here. So it was like no time to be nervous. It was just a boom, 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 and then it's been a great 2 years here so far. So
Nice. That's a cool story
yeah,
right there.
yeah, just random luck. My whole
Yeah.
life is luck. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Gotcha. So what have you worked on? Um, give me like three pieces of like art or music or whatever that like you're most proud of that you've like worked on in some capacity.
Cool. Yeah. Well, the first thing that comes to mind after I graduated college in like 2018, I have a friends who have like a pop punk alternative rock band kind of thing, and I got to work on a lot of their early stuff, and then we've been able to make a lot of music since then. So that's a band called Friend Circle, um, and we got some new things in the horizon coming. Another thing is uh, an artist named Eliza Harrison Smith, like really cool indie pop with a little bit of folky influence here and there. So I really like that stuff. Um, and then I don't know, like I'm working on a bunch of like some country stuff, some more rock stuff, some more alternative, some more uh, country pop stuff, but a more like kind of grungy artist is a girl named Mina Roth, who I've done a bunch of stuff for, and gonna potentially do a lot more in the future. So yeah.
Cool. But like give me like one song from each of those artists that you've worked on that like you think people should check out.
Oh, cool. "Back My Mind" by Eliza Harrison Smith. That's really cool. Um, you could do ADHD by Friend Circle. Um, and then by Mina Roth, you could check out Sin Eater.
Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. I remember that last one.
Hmm.
That one was pretty interesting
Yeah, yeah.
and cool. Friend Circle, I remember listening to that band.
Hmm.
I think I remember Fuck California.
Yeah, yeah, that one's a
Yeah,
big catchy.
Yeah, that one probably stood out to me because I'm from California.
Oh,
So I was
nice.
like, okay, the beef is real right now.
That's cool. Yeah, the East
Uh,
Coast, the West Coast. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea what the song is actually about. But yeah, that's
yeah,
funny.
me either. But it would, but definitely stood out in my mind. It was
Nice.
definitely interesting one. I'll probably have to go see those artists live sometime.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Also, Wevo. I listen to a lot of
Oh yeah,
Wevo.
shout out Tyler Wevo, Chattanooga.
Yeah.
He's really good. We got some stuff coming out in the future too.
Yeah, that dude's crazy.
Mhm.
That dude's really good at country, kind of like country folk music.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, that was very interesting to listen to.
Yeah.
Take me through like I guess like your music taste growing up. Like what kind of like what started it? How did like your music taste evolve? I guess.
Yeah, that's a good question. So I think the first, like my first memory, uh, is like hearing like Green Day and like Simple Plan. Like Simple Plan was like I think the first CD that was like mine that I got to put in my own CD player. Um, but through the School of Rock, I was kind of listening to whatever show that I was in. So like it started with Beach Party, which was like a lot of music from like the 50s and 60s, like Beach Boys and like Jan and Dean and stuff. And then my next show I was in Led Zeppelin, so it was like a bunch of 70s music. And then I was in like 80s metal, and then like and then going back to Black Sabbath stuff, and then going to like One Hit Wonders, which was like all time period. So and then I was in like a progressive metal phase for like a while, like just really nerdy music. And now
Mm,
it's kind of a mix between just like indie pop, rock, alternative stuff, and like a little bit of country, more so on like female country artists.
okay, so like which artists are you listening to? Like out of those these
Right now,
days?
I'm listening to like Gracie Abrams, Maisie Peters, uh, this band called Seaway, um, and then I'm still listening to all the old stuff I listen to as
Mhm.
well. Let's see who else off the top of my head. Um, Maybe some Lizzie McAlpine, um, yeah, and things like that. So,
I got you. Okay, I thought of an interesting question.
hmm
If you could time travel and assassinate any band member
hmm
and like take their place in a classic band, like
okay,
their role in a classic band, who would
okay.
it be?
If I could go and replace a band member,
Yeah.
let's see. I would do definitely be a band in the 70s or 80s for sure. Um, who was having some crazy times? I don't know. I would like to experience. I mean, it would probably be in like the '80s hair metal glam rock scene, because those people were just having some crazy times. It would be insane to maybe like Motley Crue or
Mm.
like Poison or some random band or White Snake. Let's go with White Snake. Why not?
Really, Whitesnake. That's
Yeah,
an interesting one.
sure, sure. Let's go with them.
I think I'd do Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, that'd
I
be.
would
Oh yeah.
I'd replace Izzy Stradlin because I respect Slash too much.
Okay,
So I
okay,
try
okay, okay. Yeah.
so I try to be the other guitar player in that band. I
Nice.
think that'd be interesting.
Yeah, it's late '80s, 90s.
Yeah.
That's insane. That would be so much fun.
Yeah, Guns N' Roses. I love that band.
Cool.
That's like yeah, like Slash kind of. I'm one of the like kids that got inspired to play guitar because of Slash. I
hmm
think he has like that hold on people.
Oh yeah, just classic rock star. Like
Yeah,
has that look, that persona,
yeah.
and the skill.
It's like him specifically that he's like inspired thousands of kids to pick up guitar
Oh yeah.
for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
It's partially because of Phineas and Ferb, and it's I'm
Oh,
so
was
proud.
he in an episode?
Yeah, they like animated him into an episode, which
That's
was
funny.
pretty interesting. But it is like the persona, like you said, and like the image and stuff,
hmm
like that whole thing. But then like the skill and the unique sound, because he does have a unique sound
Yeah,
to
for
like
sure.
go along with that
hmm
for sure. Um, I heard an interesting take the other day. I heard that Alice in Chains
hmm
is Guns N' Roses for people who hate fun.
For people that hate fun,
Yeah, do you agree with
um,
that?
I would probably agree that Guns N' Roses probably had more fun than Alice in Chains,
Yeah.
but maybe more people like into music like Alice in Chains more, perhaps. I don't know, but yeah,
Maybe. I
yeah.
could see that. There's definitely like their guitar player is definitely influenced by Slash.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, you can like hear it in the mix and stuff.
Yeah, both great bands for sure.
Yeah, both
Legendary.
great bands and good guitar players. Like
hmm
Jerry Cantrell from Alice in Chains is definitely good.
Yeah.
I like him a decent bit. definitely has another unique sound.
Hmm.
Yeah, but let's see here. Would you ever like want to go on tour for
Yeah,
anyone?
tour would be awesome. Like I said, I used to play live a bunch, but now more studio. But
Hmm.
being in Nashville, I've gotten to play, and during my college years and right before I moved here, I played maybe one or two live shows a year. But I've been lucky enough to play a bunch of live shows, especially this last year, whether it's acoustic stuff or full band stuff. And sometimes it's rock, sometimes it's pop, sometimes it's like country. Um, so it has been fun to, and one of the shows we got to go to New Jersey and play for Barefoot Country Music Festival with a
Nice,
country
nice.
artist named Holden Barter, which was uh, it was really really fun, and that was like my only scratch at like a tour because we were like in a really nice Sprinter van and we drove like 15 hours, so I could see how that road life is super fun, and maybe one day I'll do a run or something.
Gotcha. If you could choose an artist to tour with, who would it be? Like it could be one of your friends, or it could be like a
I would
bigger
go on
artist.
I would go on tour with my friend Liam Wall, who I just played a live show with, because that would just be hilarious laughs all the time.
Nice. So he's a fun guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. We have fun.
Word, I got you. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about your soccer career because I
Yeah,
know that's like your other big passion.
yeah.
That's like how we know each other, I guess.
Yeah, that's right.
Our
That's right.
mutual friend. So my friend Nathan is teammates with
Hmm.
this guy. That's how we got introduced.
Yeah.
So tell me like about your what soccer means to you and like your journey
Yeah,
with
well,
that.
soccer was for sure my like first love, my first thing I ever did. I had an older brother, so he was into it, so I naturally got into it at like 4 years old or something like that. Um, oh, played on travel teams and stuff, and knew I wanted to play in college, so I had to find a school that had a music program, like a recording program, and like a
Hmm.
soccer team. And at the time, there wasn't a whole lot. Now there's like way more, but um, so actually, I almost came to Belmont here, and it almost happened. But I ended up going with my second choice school, which I loved it, which was Lebanon Valley College. Um, Absolutely love college and playing soccer there, and so many good experiences. Toward the end, right before I graduated college, I was playing with an indoor professional team called the Harrisburg Heat. I was more of like a training player, but I did get to play in one game.
Hmm.
And then I tore my ACL and meniscus in my knee. That's at like 2018. So I was basically almost rehabbing for like 15 months, trying to get back because I knew I wanted to play after. And then once I did make it back, this is like in the middle of COVID. I was playing on a semi-pro club called Philadelphia Lone Star in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia.
Hmm.
And then when I moved here, I went like a year without soccer because I couldn't like find a team or whatever. And then I was able to like essentially go on trial and join Tennessee Tempo, which is where I found Nathan. So,
Nice.
and here we
Word.
are.
Yeah, he was telling me a little bit about like your guys' postseason or whatever.
Hmm.
How far did you like go in the playoffs?
Yeah, so our spring season we did really well. That was my first season with the club. I joined maybe about halfway through, but we made it all the way into the national. Like we won our conference, then we went to the national tournament and made it all the way to the quarterfinals. So, and then this fall we didn't have such great luck. Um,
Hmm.
so this upcoming spring we're looking to hit it pretty hard. So, got to get myself in shape. So
Yeah, I got you. I'll try to make it out to a game.
that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah, y'all need to like win the championship so I can like infiltrate.
Yeah, no, that'd be sick. That'd be
So I
sick.
can
You got to do
infil.
post game interviews.
Oh God,
Yeah, you got to
yeah.
get into that.
I guess. I don't know. I just want to infiltrate. Just have like a funny picture with
Yeah,
me, like with a cigar and stuff.
you should. You should do it.
Yeah, I never played sports as a child,
Hmm.
so unfortunately,
Could rub shoulders with the team.
yeah, yeah. I'm big into basketball now, though.
Okay.
That's like my sport. That's the sport I watch, I guess.
Yeah, I don't want anyone to see me shoot a basketball.
Oh,
I have no form. I have no idea what I'm doing.
yeah.
So.
You gotta practice. Basketball is one of those sports you have to practice to like stay good at.
Hmm.
Cause
For sure.
I'll go like a month without playing basketball, and I'm like, wow, I suck.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like you have to like relearn that. And it
Get
only
the
takes
rust off.
yeah. I mean, it only takes like 10 minutes to like relearn it and stuff, but
Hmm.
you definitely have to like practice it all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you watch any professional teams like across any sport? It doesn't matter. Do you follow any sports?
Mainly just soccer is the only sport I follow for real, for real. And, just watching the Premier League and Champions League and MLS and the lower leagues in the U.S. And then various games in the other European top 5 leagues, but mainly Premier League and Champions League. And I actually don't have a team that I like fully support, which is pros and cons to that. But yeah.
I got you. What about a player? Like, give me like your top 3 players across any period. It doesn't matter.
Oh, that's a great question. Across any period, I mean, Neymar's got to be up there when Neymar, like 2014 through 2016, like he was just going insane. And that was when I was in college, so I like really loved him, looked up to him. Like obviously Messi and Ronaldo, but let's see some other players like Yaya Toure. He was on Manchester City, just an absolute beast in the midfield. I really like this new player named Doku on Manchester City. He's so good, and of course, like I love like Salah and everyone like that. But yeah, so
Word. Nice. So what are your other hobbies? Like, just some hobbies that you enjoy.
let's see other hobbies. I mean, I'm not like a big TV show guy.
Yeah, me either.
I like watching movies and stuff. I feel like a lot of my hobbies are just based around music and soccer, which is cool and everything. But like I just got back from a ski trip like 2 days ago.
Nice.
So that was super fun. Went with friends to Colorado, and it was my first time out west. So that was really cool. Other hobbies, maybe that's not a sports thing. Honestly, maybe playing video games. Like I play like Mario Kart and like FIFA and stuff like that. So, and shout out to this new game that we were going crazy with on the ski trip called Pico Park. If you don't know what Pico Park is, look it up. Simple, super fun, but you have to play with friends. So, yeah.
I got you. Let me see. Do you have any good gaming stories?
Any good gaming
your life?
stories? Honestly, anytime I play Mario Kart or Mario Party with my friends, that's always a good gaming story because we're just laughing like idiots the whole time.
Okay, I have an interesting story. So, when I was like 16, I was in Boy Scouts and we went to like Philmont in New Mexico, which Philmont is basically like this scout ranch that you go to and you basically hike in the New Mexican mountains
Oh, that's cool.
for 11 days, basically.
Damn.
So it's like you and like your troop mates, if that's the term, and then like, you have like 2 or 3 adults just in case you die.
Yeah.
But, it's like, it's just like the boys leading like the groups or whatever. So like that's like the whole vibe of it, I guess. And so we basically flew from Nashville to Denver and then like rented a van from Denver to Cimarron, New Mexico.
Yeah.
So middle of nowhere in
It's
New
like a
Mexico.
6-hour drive or something, or
Something like that.
Yeah.
We had to like spend the night at a hotel, I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
But yeah, so we're driving like to New Mexico and my friend Aiden, shout out to Aiden, he had like he downloaded this game called Polytopia
Okay.
on his phone, and it's kind of like the whole point is you just like conquer each other's like nations, I guess. So like it's like Civilization, like that game, but just like on a very small scale,
Yeah.
like a mobile scale. So like you can pick like the Roman tribe or like the Egyptian tribe, etc. And there's like all these like skills that you have to unlock, but each like tribe starts with its own skill.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So like I think Vikings start with like hunting or something like that.
Yeah. And you all play together.
Yeah,
That's
but
cool.
but it was funny because it was all on his phone, so he was just passing like his
Oh,
phone.
you have to pass the phone. Gotcha.
Yeah, I
gotcha.
don't. Well, you don't have to do that, but that's the
Yeah.
way that we did it. Because he was like, "I'm gonna just download it, and we're just gonna do it." Like,
Nice.
screw it. But that
That's
was like that was a funny, like I don't know, that was a funny gaming story because we're all just passing this phone. It'd be like
In a
it'd
van
be-
full
yeah,
of people. Yeah.
it'd be like 45 minutes before you get the phone back for
That's
your
funny.
turn.
That's
It
fine.
was hilarious. So yeah, we did that. It was fun. Yeah, and then any other gaming stories? Me and my friend, like this past summer, we decided to relive some nostalgia and buy like the Lego video games.
Oh, cool.
Like
Yeah, I
the-
did Lego
yeah.
Star Wars a long time ago. That's so
Yeah.
much fun because you could co-op the whole story mode pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, so we play like Lego Indiana Jones and Lego Batman.
No, nice. Yeah, I
I
never played
think
those. They're good. They're real good.
they're pretty good. Okay, here's the thing about Lego Batman. It's like so it's kind of like two stories with Lego Batman. You play as Batman and Robin in
Mhm.
one, and then the second is like the same but from the villain perspective.
Mhm.
So you can play as like the Joker, like Two-Face, etc.
Yeah.
So that like part of the game is way more fun
Mhm.
than like the Batman and Robin one.
Gotcha.
Because like you play as the same characters like Batman and Robin, and they
Mhm.
have like their abilities. So you basically like beat the levels like in the same way every time.
Yeah.
But with like the villains, it's like you get like a new character every level with like their own skills.
Yeah. Being the villain's sometimes cooler. So.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
just and you're the bad guy, so you're just gonna have a better time.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
that
I like
game's
that.
super fun for sure.
I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2 right now, and I'm definitely a bad guy in that right now. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another fun one.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like games where you can just like, I guess do what like most games you can do what you want, I guess. But I like games where like you have repercussions,
Mhm. Oh
like
yeah.
the story like that. I think that's super cool.
Yeah, that impact your character and what you can and can't do
Yeah,
for sure.
because then it feels like the decisions actually matter and
Oh yeah.
stuff,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is like what I like, I guess.
Mhm.
I haven't really played many games recently though.
Mhm.
To be fair, just haven't had the time for it. But I mean, they're fun.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah. What about any? What's like an album that means a lot to you?
First one that comes to mind is American Idiot by Green Day.
Mhm.
1000%. That was like my first like album. I think my brother and I and like my cousins and friends all got into. Just banger after banger after banger, and I can listen to it and it just brings me right back to the place and time of
It's
hearing
a
it.
classic.
So
That's for sure.
probably that one, and then an album right now I'm into is I think it's called The Good Witch or just Good Witch by Maisie Peters. It's like just like super pop, really cool, like anthemic, and the production on that is just like out of this world for sure.
Gotcha. Yeah, I need to listen to that second one. But American Idiot, that's another good album.
Yeah.
I remember listening to that for the first time. That's definitely a good album.
Yeah.
Not huge into Green Day, not gonna
Mhm.
lie, but I do like that album a decent bit.
Yeah.
I think it has like a really good track listing.
Oh,
That
for
album.
sure. For sure.
Yeah, and like that last song,
Mhm.
that last song hits.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called, but the one
I
about the photograph or whatever.
yeah. Can't think of it off the top of my head because there's a whole extended edition with like other songs on it too. But yeah, I would say that album. Trying to think of other recent albums. Maybe the Gracie Abrams Good Riddance album. That's cool. No pun intended with the Green Day reference there.
Mm,
But yeah, that's some more like sad girl indie pop stuff.
gotcha. You're really into sad girl indie pop. What's
Yeah.
going on? No, I'm just
So
kidding.
what's going on is that stuff just sounds so cool and like never. I don't know. I just feel like there's a huge wave of that, and
Yeah.
right now in a good way. And I think there's a lot of cool sounds, like electronic and real instruments. But yeah.
Do you like Phoebe Bridgers?
Yeah, and honestly, I don't know too much about her, but I know more about her like supergroup band, Boy Genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think they're really cool, and I have checked out a bunch of her solo songs, but I need to dive into her discography for sure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she's definitely good. I'm just trying to get more into like new music, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like the past year I haven't really listened to anything like new to my ears really.
yeah,
Or if it has, or if it was new, it was just like, the same artist, I guess.
yeah, yeah. I feel that.
I need to like,
Yeah, check out the band Seaway. They're really cool. I think they're
Seaway.
from Canada or something like that.
okay.
Seaway is really cool. Like Swaco from like California or whatever. He's really cool too.
Okay.
But yeah, that's more like kind of like pop punk alternative rock stuff.
Got you. Word. Were you in any bands like growing up or anything? Did you mention that?
Just like bands with like my brother or
Okay.
like cover bands with like my hometown best friends and stuff like that.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, nothing like this is my band for real and we are
Yeah.
releasing music kind of thing. But yeah.
Yeah, I got you. So I'm in a studio room right now, and there's a lot of different like instruments, like
Hmm.
guitars and stuff.
Yeah.
Give me like your, since you seem to be well versed, give me like your top five electric guitar models.
Top five. Top one has to be just some really nice, like Fender Strat, some kind of Strat style guitar,
Mm-hmm.
just because that neck pickup just hits different.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And the split pickups with like the middle.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I
God,
really,
it's the
really
perfect
Strat
instrument.
guy for sure. Um, I'm looking at this baritone guitar right now. I think that's super cool. It's for those who don't know, it's like pretty much between like a guitar and a bass. Where the
The
lowest,
Dan Electro one.
yeah, lowest string could
Yeah.
be like an A or a B or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, any kind of like small parlor acoustic guitar is kind of fun. Um, that guitar right there with the flames on it, that Epiphone there, that is like has a raised nut, so you can't play it like a normal guitar, but it's really good for playing like slide on. That's cool. And then just like you got to have a Les Paul, you got to have like a Telecaster, and all your bases are pretty much covered. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all your bases are covered.
yeah.
What about the basses?
The basses, yeah, the P bass.
Classic.
That's just like so rock and roll. But we have this like cheap bass here. Feels great. It's amazing. It's called like a Davidson. Just kind of looks like a P bass, but we have like foam in the bridge, and it has like flat wound strings, so it's like really dead, sounding almost like a Hofner Beatles bass or something like that. So um, between those two, I think that's pretty cool. And we have a bunch of 5-string basses here too, if we need like that extended range kind of thing.
Gotcha. Have you ever seen the movie It Might Get Loud?
I have with
Okay,
the Edge and
yeah,
Jimmy Page and who's the other one? Oh, Jack White.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that a long time ago.
Oh,
That's cool.
okay.
It's about time I probably rewatched that though.
Yeah, I would be curious to hear your thoughts on it again, I guess.
Yeah, I have like no like actual memory other than I have seen it. So yeah, the Guitar Pedal movie is really good too.
The guitar pedal movie.
I think it's just called the Pedal movie. You should check that
Okay,
out. I
I'll
think
watch that.
that's cool. It's just a cool history thing. But yeah,
Are you big into pedals?
not as big as I probably should be, but I love pedals.
Hmm.
They're fun, but I'm not like a pedal head per se.
That's good. That
Mhm.
means you're not annoying.
That means I'm not annoying. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. So do you think like was guitar and like musically was guitar like your first love?
Yeah, guitar is
Okay.
pretty much the only thing I've ever played. But I loved, we had a drum set at my parents' house, and
Hmm.
I loved just putting on headphones and playing a song and trying to play along to it. Love playing drums. I can understand drums, but I physically can't really play drums, and I have no technique or anything. But absolutely love drums. So honestly, I might love drums more than guitar.
Okay. Gotcha. That's interesting. Um, give me like give me like your Mount Rushmore of guitar players and then your Mount Rushmore of drummers, I guess. We'll just cover it all.
How many people are on Mount Rushmore? Four.
Yeah, four.
Four. Yeah. Okay. Guitar players. Let's do the first one. I guess just Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath. I think Black Sabbath is honestly underrated right now. For like I know they're legendary and everything, but if you just go back and listen to their catalog, just riff after riff, and also just take into account the time period that all that kind of was happening. So
Yeah.
definitely Tony Iommi. Uh, my other one will have to be Yngwie Malmsteen. I was like really into him for a while, just kind of like that neoclassical shred stuff, which like it's definitely not for everyone, and I definitely can't listen to a lot of it now. But
Oh, yeah. I don't think I really have listened to him. So
yeah,
I'll have to check him out.
yeah,
Or
for
at
sure
least give him a
him.
chance.
You just listen to a half a song, and that's all you need.
Half a song.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Trying to think of another one. This is gonna be really out of left field, but I don't even know
That's what we like.
his name. But the guitar player from the band, Neon Trees.
Okay.
Really just cool stuff. Not a shredder. There's no like solos, but just really cool parts, and especially doing studio stuff. Now it's just like it's all about the part, not about being flashy and stuff like that. I love that stuff as much as anyone else, but if you can make like a good part and a good sounding part, I think that's really cool. So probably him, definitely John Petrucci from Dream Theater. Like I said, I was in a big like nerdy prog metal guy for a minute.
Okay.
So John Petrucci, and then I think let's see, a last one would be this is gonna be another deep cut, but the guitar
Mhm.
players from the band King Diamond.
Okay, that's
It,
another like classic metal band, right?
yeah, with like the weirdest lead singer in the world, but they had some really cool guitar solos for sure.
Okay.
Um, yeah, and drummers, you could say the drummers from all the bands that I just said, honestly.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, like Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater for sure, like their original drummer. Um, maybe the drummer from Maroon 5 when they were a band, they were killing it. Songs About Jane or whatever that album is called. There's some really cool drum stuff on there.
Mhm.
Um, let's see. Some other drummers. I don't know, like any 70s yacht rock drummer. They just could hold down that groove for sure. And drummers now, let's say, um, let's just say Trey Cool from Green Day because he's just a solid drummer. Cool parts.
Fair. Yeah. Okay. What's like your goal in life, like with music and soccer?
My goal in life for music is to just keep working on people's songs and albums and mixing stuff for as long as I can. And then the soccer is just keep playing at the highest level I can, which I am playing at the highest level I can right now, which is
Mhm.
like the the one of the semi-pro leagues in the U.S. So,
Mhm.
and I'm totally happy with that. So, yeah,
Word. And did you say that you coach soccer?
yeah, I coach soccer too. I back in New Jersey, I coached high school for 4 years, and then here I've been with a club, um, coaching like third through fifth graders and a little bit of high school stuff. Yeah.
Nice. That's cool, man. That's cool.
hmm
I'll definitely have to make it to a game.
Yeah, you got to come to a game for
Yeah,
sure.
this season.
I gotta get into shape. So that's
Mhm.
priority number 2 right now. Priority number 1 right now is getting some work done. But yeah.
Yeah. Wait,
Mhm.
what position do you play?
In a perfect world, I'm playing left wing in a 4-3-3.
Okay.
But with tempo, we play like a 5 back or 3 back, whatever you want to say it. So I've been
Okay.
forced to either be like a wing back sometimes, but mainly one of the two up top, which I would prefer that over wing back for sure.
Okay.
One of the
Gotcha.
two strikers.
Word, man. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all my questions. Is there anything that like you want to talk about like before we end the show?
Um, I don't know. I'm just like really happy to be in Nashville, and I'm excited for my 3rd year here.
Mhm.
So I'm super looking forward to it, and just meeting tons of cool new people and working on new music and new projects and finishing up with other projects. So I'm just happy to be in Music City doing the music thing. So here's
Word.
to year 3. Yeah.
Sweet. Awesome, man. Yeah. So that's Tyler Skye. I'll like put his like social media down in the description. For you guys to give him a follow. Also, I recently made like a Spotify playlist with my favorite tracks from like everyone I've had on the show. So I'll put like I'll put the songs he mentioned in this episode that he's worked on, the Friend Circle, Mina Roth, like those songs that he mentioned. I'll put those in the playlist so you can go check that out. So you can like, hear his production and also listen to those artists for yourself and see if you know you like them. But yeah, that's everything for this episode. So I'll see y'all in the next one.
Yeah. Thanks for
Peace.
having me, man.
Yes,
Peace.
sir. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Peace.